Hi, welcome to everyone's favourite segment, Mailbag, where anyone, including companies and individuals, can send stuff in, and we open it up, take a squiz at it. If you want to send something in, send it to EEVblog Mailbag. It's got to have Mailbag on it. PO Box 7949, Norwest, New South Wales 2153, Australia, not Austria. Let's get into it. This one's, I'm going to get through a couple of old, embarrassingly old ones here that have been sitting on the bottom of the shelf. Sorry about that. This one's actually, I'm surprised it made it here intact. I didn't do this. Thank you very much, Victor ToughOn, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, from Oregon in the United States of America. Don't even need the Croc Dundee knife for this one. It just comes out. So there you go. It looks like we've got some PCBs, little adapter things. I love little PCB adapters. We have a note. We'll take a squiz. Oh, it's some sort of, it's a breakout test adapter thingy. Let's take a close-up squiz. Aha, it's pronounced ToughOn. Thank you very much, Victor. Been meaning to send this thing for a few years. In a nutshell, it's just a programming debugging connector that is mostly beneficial for tiny sized PCBs. If you imagine a postage stamp sized PCB with just a baby pick on it, plus a few resistors and caps, and in-circuit serial programming connector, it would take half the available board area. This connector in your hands will take no board space at all. That's the basic idea. 3 short videos. Oh, cool. It'll be obvious how this works in like 10 seconds. I'm not looking for publicizing and monetizing. A couple of years back I thought about making a kit for hobbies, but eventually abandoned the idea. Yeah, kits are hit or miss. Just enjoy the thing you might find in my use as a small personal gift. As an electronics fan and tinkerer since the late 70s and just came out with electronics gadgets and make this thing like this. And hi from Portland in Oregon. And sure enough, it is made in the United States of America, USA, USA. Metric Mind Corporation. I like that. Edge, patent pending. So yeah, we've got a pick kit, 2, 3, and 4. God, are they out the pick kit 4? Did I miss the news? I don't know. I don't keep up to date with these things anymore. And this is really cool. The whole idea is that this is your, well, it says example PCB there, but imagine this is your product and you don't have room for the in-circuit serial programming header, right? Let alone, you know, the connector for it, let alone the pins. Well, you can use castellated edges like that. And then this thing is just designed to, no, that's not soldered in. That just goes in there like that. Yeah, just the castellated edges and got, well, they're not pogo pins, they're just pins. And I really like that concept. They're slightly splayed out. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I was going to say it's going to be, and it's going to be quite the effort. No, you put it in up there and you slide it down. Oh, that's genius. I love that. Wow. That is fantastic. Yes, so these are called castellated edges on your PCB. And you don't have to do anything fancy with the PCB manufacturer. All you've got to do is put a regular hole, but put it on the side of your board and then tell them, okay, I want to cut or route my board like that. And they'll just cut and slice through or mill through your existing plated through hole. So you just put your plated through hole just half on the edge like that. And they're called castellated edges, basically. You might get little burrs in there. There you go, there's a close-up. And yeah, you might get little burrs on there, little copper, shards that come out depending on, whether they slice it or route it or how good it is. But, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, they are castellated holes on the edge of the board. And they're useful for all sorts of things, for, PCB mounting. So if you want a daughter board and you want it to sit flush on the PCB without using any board-to-board interconnect, of course, you can put pads on your lower board down here. Imagine if you've got a lower board on the bottom, you just put a pad there, and then these can just sit down and you can just solder them on the edge of the board like that. But you've no doubt seen those in previous videos, but that's really cool to do that as a programming header. Oh, after looking at his website, I realized that's called Edge Wedge. Hence the name, because you wedge it down like that. Great. This is the best thing ever. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I love this. Anyway, the Edge Wedge. I'm not so sure if he's serious about the patent pending. I don't think he put the, patented the thing, because you can just download the Gerbers from his website. So I'll link it in. So there's the full panel like that. So you can download the Gerbers. So you can include this in your next build, and you can, your next panel you're getting made, and you can have one of these Edge Wedge things. And then you can build this into your product next time. That's just great, and it doesn't take up any board space. Of course, you've got to route the traces over to there, but you know, it's just a routing problem. I like that. That is brilliant. Big thumbs up for that. Awesome work, Victor. LinkedIn down below. Another one that comes from company or person unknown, but it didn't have Mailbag on it, so I already opened it and I went, oh, that's not something I ordered. So, yeah, obviously, it was destined for the Mailbag. So, let's have a squiz. We do actually have a note, so we'll find out who it's from. But it looks like it's a voltmeter unit. Looks like some sort of USB voltmeter-y thing. Cool. Oh, M5Stack. Okay. Yeah, I kind of vaguely... Have they said... Is this the second suck of the Sav on the Mailbag? The M5Stack. Has it been on before? I don't know. No, first suck of the Sav. I thought M5Stack had been on the Mailbag before. Looks like. Founded in 2017, a technology company designed and manufactures open source modular Internet of Things grown development services for the global market. Yeah, Internet of Things didn't really take off as people imagine. It just kind of is, you know. M5Stack builds hundreds of sensors, actuators, and communication modules that can be connected through standard interfaces. Modules plug and play with the UIflow low code, as in like graphical. Yeah, well, it's graphical, but so not much code, little bit of code, to give the best Internet of Things project building experience from entry-level hobbyists to enterprises. In one package, there's one M5 Core2 and one voltmeter unit with a demo program build burned in. Great. If you're going to send something into the Mailbag, remember to actually make it work out of the box. A lot of people forget to do that, and, well, they come a gutser. Because I don't typically spend much time on these Mailbag videos, just saying. It's a modular touchscreen powered by ESP32. All the fanboys go wild. Voltmeter is a voltage meter that can monitor voltage in real time, plus minus 36 volts. Quite a usable range there. Connector, I don't know what resolution, though. Measure voltages like this. Oh, cool. Okay, that's a neat... That's a graphical interface. Wow, okay, so you can plug into the USB-Cs. Let's take a look. So we've got a core thing, and open here. Okay, I will open here. And then, what is it? Yep, goes up like that. And there's our core. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Great guide. A very colourful, comprehensive guide on the back. Geez, I'm happy with that. Look at all that, and the pinouts and all sorts of, it's a bit... It's hard. I can't read on the camcorder screen, and at this distance, I'm having a hard time reading some of that, even with the Googles on. But that looks very, very comprehensive. I love products that have a guide on the bottom like that. And how does that work? That's like a metal. Is that like a heat sinky thing on the bottom? What's going on? Anyway, I do like the enclosure, and we'll peel off that for you film aficionados. There you go, little touchscreen product. USB-C, wow, little pin header there, USB-C. So I assume that's how you get, you plug it into the Windows, well, you don't plug it into your PC or whatnot. Have they molded in those little buttons into the case there? I like that. That's the power button there. Yeah, I like that they molded those buttons in there. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while. Don't know if it's powered up, if it's got charge or not. May not. It doesn't have a battery. No. So let's shove some power up the clacker, shall we? Yeah, automatically. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice interface. Jeez, I like that. Yeah, somebody put a lot of pride into that. I like that. The font, I love the font there. That's just voltmeter. Right, I don't know. I haven't read the manual, so power button, and this is some sort of selecty button. We've got a green LED there. Let's just see what happens if I press the button. Well, no, that's a reset button, I think. So we have our little voltmeter unit like this, and it's going to connect up to their standard interface. That's just a serial jobby. I'm sure they've got, given that it's all supposed to be open sourcey and whatnot. Then, yeah, okay, so they've got all these different modules which you can plug in to this base unit, and let's plug it in. Did it detect? No, because they said that they burned in the voltmeter software into here, didn't they? Ooh, and it's isolated. I love their labeling. Geez, they're doing hats off to whoever at M5 is doing the M5Stack. Don't want to confuse it with like M5 Industries. Aha, that's the ADC used, is it? Yeah, 16-bit ADC, I can just read that. And yeah, it's got the chips in there. They've labeled it. Hats off to that. That is very nice. It looks like, yeah, isolated, so it's just 2 pins. I guess they're shorted together. So -2, -2 positive. Oh, we're getting some fast updating happening here. We're getting the extra digit over there. So if I stick my finger on there, that's really fast updating. Cool bananas. So this Phoenix connector here, well, it's useful for like sort of like semi-permanent type things. I would have liked to have seen this being a bit bigger and just have some standard, 19mm spacing banana jacks on there, and plus the Phoenix connector as well. That would have been a nice little addition for not much bigger space. It would have been more useful. And by the way, if you are going to supply a Phoenix connector like this, include the made-in plug in the package. That's just convenient. Oh, there is a built-in battery. Look at that. Yeah, there you go. Battery, 0%. Yeah, it was dead when I got it, but it has been sitting on the mailbag for a while. Sorry. But unless I'm blind, I've got it plugged in. It doesn't say it's charging at all. It just tells you the percentage. A charging indicator would have been nice. Something very odd is going on here. Got my 10-volt voltage reference here. I've got positive polarity, yellow on the positive here. Yellow is going to the positive input here. And I'm getting minus 9.97, not plus. And sure enough, if I change the polarity, it'll flip. But, what? And if I sanity check this thing, positive, and sure enough, I'm feeding in a positive voltage. Are those pins not shorted as I thought? No, it's still negative. Hang on, I need both hands here. If I shove those in like that, oh, sorry, you can't see it. It is negative. It is negative. That label is incorrect. That label is incorrect. What the? Seriously? No. 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 I'm just on their website here, and aha, that thing on the bottom, it's a cover plate. These things are stackable, hence the name, M5Stack. This thing looks incredibly comprehensive. You can get all these modules for, like, looks like they're trying to cover like every market. Everything, smart factory, smart agriculture, smart retail, weather stations, 108 countries, 52,000 developers apparently, 300 plus products. This is insane. They're cooperating with all sorts of things, and this looks nuts. This looks crazy good. So they've got all these different solution, right? Here's the controllers. We've got the Core2 or whatever it is, okay? But look at all these modules. So they've got a Core S3. So we've got the Core2. That's the one we've got. There you go, 4690. That seems like a bargain. And like you can get this computer thing, this card-puter thing. Oh my goodness! And look at all these different modules and stuff. Wow. Hats off to second page. Hats off. These are just the cores. Are they? These are just the controllers. Core, stick, and then you've got e-paper, displays and stuff. Oh, wow. Wow. Look, and these prices are really good too. They seem to be excellent. So, and then sensors. That's just the core stuff. And then here's all the sensors they've got. What? This is crazy. Wait, 8 pages. Oh my goodness. This is just nuts. M5 dial. Oh, they've got a rotary dial thing. Oh, programmable controller smart knob with a programmable customized display on it. Wow. And that just, like, they keep rotating these images. I don't know how to go through. Usually, like, they have the button to go through, like, the header images, but they don't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they've got everything. Anyway, I went to install the software, so I've plugged it in. And it just, I think it identified as a serial port or whatever. And so I can select, so this looks like web-based thing. And so this is their UIflow2 software, which is not compatible with their old UIflow1 software. They're very clear when you go to install it that they're not compatible. So there's our Core2. Okay, so once again, this is all web-based. I haven't installed anything. I guess import. Please select the project. Oh, here to create a cloud okay, right. So I've got to create a new project. Oh, did you have to spoil it? Guess you can log in with your GitHubs. You must give consent to this site to collect, process your information, and send you emails. Yeah. To collection and processing my personal information on this website, do I have to? I consent to receive? No. Right. So you have to consent. Can I just submit without consenting? No, it's not going to let me. No, I have to get the received digest. Why? Bloody legal. No, it still doesn't work. You must give consent. I am. Look. Submit. There you go. I'm in like Flynn. Oh, we got forums and stuff. Looks like there's a lot of posts on there. Cool bananas. So it looks like they've got a community there that'll help you out. No worries. That looks pretty active. Login failed. I did verify my email. Maybe it takes a little bit longer. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I'm in. So I can like run all these things. Look, this is a mailbag video, right? Yeah, so this is like a scratch kind of thing. That's all the rage with the kiddies, isn't it? So apparently they have demos. Move my head. You can see that the USB device is the Atom S3. Oh, no. No, I have to select it. Why didn't it automatically detect? We've got a Core2. Confirm. This operation may delete some blocks. Yes, continue. But don't save. So, yeah, we've got our Core2. That's what it looks like. Okay, but it didn't detect that. It's just, we've just selected it. I would have liked to have seen that it actually, you know, tick, like thumbs up, it's actually connected. Okay, the link they provided me for the voltmeter demo does not work, and I couldn't find it, so I went searching around and I found this video from Volos Projects here. There you go. Get him over 100K there. There you go. I'll subscribe. It looks good. Did it tick over? No, it didn't. Oh, bummer. Anyway, he shows that you can actually use this on, you don't need the controller thing. You don't need this controller thing. You can actually run it on any Arduino ESP32 or Arduino board, apparently. So, yeah, that's really cool. But he also shows, you'll notice, the negative into the positive here, and the positive into the negative here. I had to do exactly the same thing. So what they've got that label wrong.
It is very easy.
So yeah, he's got to plug them in opposite,
which
just
will save
like I do. So yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is there. Anyway, I just found that. So that seems to confirm that it is literally like back to front.
Or here is M5
What?
Stick
It's inexcusable.
C+.
So anyway, apart from that, yeah, sorry, I can't get I can't find the demo. Oh, they've got a dark mode. That's nice. I prefer dark mode for my stuff, so that's really nice. But this looks really comprehensive, but like the demos aren't here, but they've got user guides, all the API documents, the product docs, UIflow, let's call it Uniflow, was it? UIflow, MicroPython. So yeah, it's ridiculously comprehensive. And look at the, you know, all the software, Modbus stuff, TCP, HTTP, hardware. You can do all this stuff. This is just incredibly comprehensive. I can't possibly do this justice in a mailbag video. This just looks insanely comprehensive for all these modules. Hats off. This is just incredible. And there seems to be an active community behind it as well. So this is really cool. And of course, yeah, you can do this like Scratch-like visual program. It looks like you can do MicroPython as well, and it's open in some respect. So yeah, this looks very impressive. Just not the voltmeter. Fix your label, please. That is inexcusable. So anyway, M5Stack, well worth checking out, because if you're into like all these different, like if you want to just get something done and you're not really a good programmer, you can easily implement stuff like this with all these modules. Like, you know, they're into like, you know, smart agriculture. If you're a farmer or something, you know, you don't know about technology, you can probably, you know, bang a few of these modules together and get a thing that does whatever you actually require. And look at Animates. Oh, look at, isn't that cute? So you can actually, yeah, you can physically plug the modules together and stuff. But it looks like, yeah, you can run these on any ESP32, and yeah, this is great. This is great. Apart from the label. Anyway, I'll link it in down below. M5Stack. Yeah, like if you wanted me to do something specific, I'd have to do that as a dedicated second channel video. But yeah, you can do all this, you know, all this visual programming stuff and all these modules. It's just crazy as. So hugely impressed. Like, let's go to, you know, the API docs, for example. Oh, it just opens. Okay, it opens that. MicroPython libraries, M5 BLE. Yeah, MicroPython libraries, and just all the stuff. Let's just, you know, pick a random module here. Well, let's go for the voltmeter module, shall we? It's not there. What? Where's the voltmeter unit? Hardware. Speaker. Modules. Where's the voltmeter module? It's not there. Oh, I was just raving that it's all there. Vibrator unit. Where's our voltmeter module? Anyway, I think they've come a guts on their voltmeter module, but I'm sure it works and it's very impressive stuff. The hardware looks terrific. And Teardown, is that a little microphone? Anyway, that's a little back core thing. So that's got its own little chippy on it. Is that like for ID or something? But anyway, that does look like a mini microphone. What? Anyway, metal threaded inserts are very nice. Yeah, I'm liking that. There's a little battery in the back there, and this thing's rather cheap. And I thought it had magnets in it because when I put it on top of my computer, yeah, it just latched on. So that's a really nice touch. I like that. M5 Core2, and like I said, I don't think you actually have to, you know, buy these modules to use their system and make it all work. You can actually just run it on any, you know, ESP32 or Arduino, apparently. I'm liking this. I'm thoroughly impressed with their concept and everything else. That's just amazing. What is that sticking in there? Oh, that's a little backup battery. All right. I think they put a little backup battery in there. Interesting, huh? Oh, well, I'm thoroughly impressed with all of their hardware and their integration and their just the sheer number of modules and everything. So, but yeah, I do not understand how you could screw up your labeling on your voltmeter. I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong there. So, yeah. And even the other guy in the video he had to put the black probe into the positive input to work. So, you know, they've got labeling on here like negative. So, you need to fix that, I think. Anyway, that is terrific. Thank you very much, M5Stack. I am thoroughly impressed with how much effort has gone into this entire ecosystem. Wow. Link down below. I do believe this one is a second suck of the Sav. Thank you very much again, Shenzhen AZW Technology. So, well, it's got something written on the outside, but yeah, I think I know what this is. And we have seen it before, but I think it's a different model to what we've seen before. So, too much tape on it. Tape everywhere. So, let's have a look. That's it. We've got another one of these mini PCs. I did like the other one, and it's really cool. So, we'll check this one out, shall we? Yeah, these mini PCs are great. They're all the rage. If you don't need like a big system, put a big graphics card in with like 10 bloody monitors, then these mini PCs, they're absolutely fantastic. Aha, the last one we had was an AMD Ryzen, and this one is an Intel jobby. So, it's similar sort of PC, but totally different processor. Let's see if it's different inside. So yes, definitely second suck of the Sav here for Beelink. You remember we looked at the Beelink RQ E6, I think it was, and that was a very nice mini PC. But that was a Ryzen 7. This one's different. Oh, Aussie model, thank you very much. This one is a Intel Core i5-12450H. I can't keep up with these things, so not sure how that compares with the Ryzen 7 we had before. I'll maybe put up some benchmarks. But 24 gig of RAM and 500 gig solid state storage. We've got our Wi-Fi 6, we've got a 1 gig Ethernet network, and it's going to have the HDMIs and whatnot, and mains input. None of that's separate. Power brick rubbish. So let's open it up. Yep, that looks very similar. The problem is, they make like too many variants of these things. So let's get this out of here. Yeah, again, they have the very nice cable. So nice thin, very thin HDMI cable. It's what you want for like these small desktop-y units. Got the proper Aussie plug. Oh, beautiful. These really feel like high quality cables. They're really very nice. So very happy with these. And I'll put up the price and the specs and whatnot over here, because these little mini PC form factors are very, very impressive and useful, especially, as I said, direct mains input here. This looks almost identical to what we had before, isn't it? Is this the... So we're going to have to get an exact model number. Yeah, it looks identical, except it's got an Intel processor in it. Yeah, I'm sure the other one was an EQR6. This is an EQI12. So, yeah, Ryzen 6 and Ryzen 7. Okay, I see where the part numbers come from. So, is this the exact same, like, unit internally? Anyway, like, just hours before I recorded this, Apple just released the new, what is it, the M4 Mac Mini, which has the exact same form factor as this, and a similar sort of cooling system. This has the excellent cooling system where it comes from the bottom like this, and so it, you know, sucks it from the bottom like that and blows it out the back. Very silent fans, very thermally efficient. We had a look at this one before. And Apple have just gone, yep, we want to jump on that little mini PC bandwagon. So, yeah, I think we're going to find this is identical inside. A quick open. Yeah, I swear that's identical to the one we had before. The daughter board here, the RAM slot on the bottom. And did it have the two slots down here? I'll have to pull up. I'll do side by side the comparison of the shot from the previous one. And so we've got two M2 connectors. Were they oriented in the other direction? They might be slightly reoriented in the other direction. The power supply looks absolutely identical here. Yeah, that's the same 85 watt power supply there. So we don't need to take any of this apart further. If you want a more detailed look, link it to the previous mailbag video. They've got the same RFI tape on there. Everything looks exactly the same. You know, it's of course different PCB layout for the Intel processor, of course. Maybe that's why, just due to routing. I think the others went in that direction, didn't they? Memory serves me correctly. You'll be able to see the overlay here. But yeah, so that's just due to you have to physically lay out the boards different. But apart from that, it's exactly the same form factor. We've got all the same interface and everything on it. So yeah, no worries. Beautiful design, how they've got all of this into these sorts of form factors with an integrated 85 watt power supply and all the capability of, you know, these high-end processors. Amazing stuff. All right, let's power it up. We've got standby power consumption there, 1.5 watts. I would have preferred a little bit less than like sub 1 watt would have been nice, but I'm kind of nitpicking. Yeah, that's good enough for Australia. So let's switch it on here and, well, 18, 24, 20, there you go. So let's see what we get. Oh, yep, there we go. Yes, there's the Beelink logo there. No worries, they have pre-installed, I believe it comes pre-installed with Windows. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. But of course, you can install any OS on it you want. So it'll come with the Windows 11. I still don't use Windows 11 personally, except on the other one. That's the only other machine I've got, the other Beelink one. Just a moment, it's my first time. That's what she said. And da-da-da-da. Yeah, English, Australia. No whackers. A super memorable password. Blank. Turn off all this tracking rubbish. No, don't care. No, I don't want a tailored experience. Bugger off. No, there you go. I'll get back to you. Oh, it just jumped up into a higher power mode there, up to 25 watts there. So that's Windows doing its, I don't know, Windowsy things. And we're in like Flynn, look at that, newfangled Windows 11. And there you go, just sitting there, idle on the Windows 11 screen, 10.5 watts. Are you serious? The monitor would take more than that. Sniff of an oily rag stuff, really, for like a modern OS like this. Incredible. Oh, for those who desperately need to know the VA on that, 23. So, yeah, the power factor's not exactly, there, but you don't expect it. Little switching power supply like this jobby. CPU ID on that. I'll put up the other one over here, the Ryzen 7. But yeah, we've got the i5 12450H. It's the Alder Lake 12th gen jobby, etc., etc. The main board, AZW, EQ. Yep, blah, 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 AMI bias, memory, yep, 24 gig, you can get smaller if you want to save a bit of dosh. Ooh, we've got technically 8 slots of memory there? Really? Is that a thing? Not up on my PC architecture? Is that like a multi-channel thing, is it? Whoa, yeah, each one's 3 gig. Okay. Yeah, so it must be a multi-channel thing. I don't know. Go to Linus Tech Tips if you want all the bloody details. And we've got Intel UHD integrated graphics, of course. It's good enough for Australia. And let's run the benchmark, shall we? There you go. That's the benchmark and comparison to the Ryzen. Wasn't the last one a Ryzen 9 59 or was it 6900? I can't remember what it was. Anyway, I'll put up the other one. Not that it matters. I mean, you're going to get whatever processor you're going to get. And you don't get upset. Anyway, we can stress this puppy. So we're stressing that now, and we're drawing 60, almost 60 watts there, not quite. And I can't really hear it. I can hear the aircon in my office more than I can hear this. Oh yeah, if you get really close to it, the fan in this is really nice, and that's getting a little bit, putting my fingers on the heatsink. Oh, Ernie Bernie, yeah, it's got above touchy-feely there. But yeah, that's what you expect, but very nice. I like the thermal performance of these things. That's fully stressing, or pretty much fully stressing that, and it's drawing, 55 watts, and yeah, thermal performance is great. I stress tested the other one for a couple of hours. This one's going to have exactly the same thermal performance. No worries. Now, since everyone's been crapping on about Home Assistant, I thought I'd install it on this machine, but it looks like, this is my first experience with Home Assistant for, automation for my solar and battery system. It looks like, no, you've got to actually nuke the OS on it and natively actually boot into it. So, no, I don't want to do that. I want to keep this as a Windows 11 machine. So, no, I won't be running Home Assistants today. Sorry for all you Home Assistant fanboys out there, because you can install, what's an Odroid device? I don't know. Anyway, you can install it on, Raspberry Pi, compute module, and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'll just get another Raspberry Pi to run it on. Anyway, what can I say? We looked at this extensively last time. I really like these Beelink mini PCs. They seem like good value for money. The design and build quality is excellent on them. I really love the low noise, and I would have preferred another USB-C. I mean, you've got enough USB-As, because there's 3 USB-As on the back and 1 on the front, but USBs are handy for putting in little dongles for your moose and whatnot. So, yeah, and it's got the dual HDMI output, so natively you can run dual monitors on it. Very nice. And it's got the dual Ethernets if you're into all that, high bandwidth, Ethernet security and all that sort of jazz that goes along with having the dual Ethernet ports on it. So very handy. Well, I really love these little mini PCs. They are super grunty. You get them with lots of different options. So I'll link them in down below. Thank you very much, Beelink, for sending in yet another one, but it is the same model as last time, just an Intel instead of a Ryzen. Fanboys, battle in the comments. I know all my viewers in Hong Kong, and this one comes from Foshan Sunday Advante Electron Limited. Gesundheit. Once again, didn't have Mailbag on it, so I opened it, and yeah, it was obviously not something that I ordered. Let's check it out. So this company make, twofer. It's a twofer. Is it upside down? It's an LCR tweezer tester and an anemometer. Cool. Let's do a quick check. Yes, I do actually have, just down here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6, maybe this makes 7 LCR tweezers. And I do want to do a comparison shootout video with them. And leave it in the comments down below. Thumbs this video up if you want to see that shootout video, because it's going to be a lot of work to actually compare, like, you know, 6, 7 or 8 different LCR tweezer testers. But yeah, I've been slowly collecting them just in case. Okay, so it's an anemometer. It doesn't actually have Zotech on it, or it doesn't have a model number. It's just an anemometer. That's it. It came with batteries, so let's switch it on, and there you go. It's got a backlight. Yes, there is a backlight. It's hard to see in the bright studio lights here. Let's see, does it work? Yes, it does. Meters per second. Look at that. Beautiful. If we flip it over, go the other direction, it also works. So bidirectional. It will spin in the other direction, but it doesn't care. It's the same at wind speed. Yes, an anemometer, if you didn't know, is for measuring wind speed. So I can just gently... Oh, I'm barely blowing on that, so there's really little inertia in that at all. Yeah, it doesn't take much to get that going at all. So useful for like fan speed measurements or actual wind speed if you're outside. So what have we got here? Meters per second, 0.1 meters per second. Is that the actual resolution? 0.2? No, 0.1, there you go. But it can also do kilometers an hour, feet per minute for you Yanks, feet per second for you weirdo Yanks, knots for you weirdo nautical folk, and miles per hour, once again, Yankee business. So there you go. Choose your different units. Very nice. It's got min-max hold capability and velocity flow or area. So we're on velocity at the moment, but we can do flow, cubic meters per minute there, I believe that is. So that'll take a while to get up. I think we can go all day on that, and yeah, because I'm not exactly blowing a cubic meter every minute. But it'll get up there eventually for long-term flow measurements. So there you go. But most of the time you're into your velocity there in meters per second. Thank you very much. Another Yankee rubbish. So yeah, you can do the max there. There you go. Yeah, max 6.8. We've got temperature, we've got relative humidity, and we've got what's that? Can't read that. Oh, that's the Buford scale, is it? I think it is. Lol. Well, seems to work, and you get a little manual there. There's your specs for those playing along at home. Couple of percent. There you go. Over from 0.4 to 30 meters per second. Buford wind force scale. Love it. So I can't actually find a model number or a price on this thing at all. It's not on their website, so I don't even think it's released yet. So I don't know, but it's pretty cool. It's better than the other little. I've got a little crappy one somewhere. I think gone missing last time I wanted to use it. So yeah, this one will take over from that. Much more capable. There we go. 2-second teardown. We've been blobbed, and Bob's your uncle. There's a module there. I don't know if is that for a wireless Bluetoothy type thing, but there's not much in it, is there? And this is the ZT-MD1 LCR tweezers. About $26 street price on AliExpress, about 40 bucks Aussie, and you get a little carry case with it. So, geez, you can't go wrong on the value for money, I guess, assuming that it actually works. So there you go. We have Tweezers, ZOYI, or Zotech Instruments, but ZOYI, but I believe Zotech Instruments is the actual company. And if you're familiar with like the Aneng multimeters and stuff like that, they just rebadge. Zotech Instruments is the actual manufacturer, designer and manufacturer of all those cheap meters, and which are rebadged by Aneng and countless others. But there you go. Feels all right. I mean, you know, it's not built like a brick dunny, but yeah, it's for the price. Geez, can't complain. Can we just power it on? Yep, there we go. Little screen. And yeah, that's all right. Does it go around the other direction? Does it auto switch? A lot of them have auto switch. You might have to do it in software. Doesn't have an accelerometer in there to do it by the looks of it, but let's just go straight into there. And 0.4 milliohms, so it's in auto component mode at the moment, obviously. and 0.6 volts compliance voltage there. And the probes, they actually look decent enough. Looks like you can replace them. It doesn't come with, no, it doesn't come with a replacement set. We've got USB-C in the back end of it, and the mode, frequency, menu, hold, level. So if we go like that, 10K, 100 hertz, 1K, 10K, and yeah, so it only goes up 10K, so you can't do your 100 kilohertz, but that is very common for these low-end ones, so no wuckers. So level, no, that's a hold button, is it? Okay, let's see if, is it like auto hold? No, it's not auto hold. Okay, it's just manual hold. And if we hold it down, can we change the level? Yeah, 0.3 volts, so it doesn't turn on a diode junction. Nice. There, it looks like they're your only options. Haven't read the manual yet. We're just dicking around. There you go. You go resistance mode, capacitance mode, 130 puff. Can we zero that out? I don't see a way to zero that. Well, that's a bummer if we can't zero that out. But it's slow updating on the cap. That's what you expect. We've got inductance mode. And if we short it out, there you go. 0.1 mic, no worries. And diode mode as well. Cool bananas. And continuity. Ooh, that's all right. Don't really need a continuity tester on an LCR tweezer, but you know, I don't know, some people might have a use for it, but that's nice interface. It just works well. So can we call up the menu? So we can change our language. Yep, we can change the direction, left or right, no worries. Volume, that's the direction of the screen that we're trying before. Volume 100%, backlight. Timer, 15 minutes, auto power off, and you can actually calibrate it. Won't go through this. This is not a comprehensive review in the mailbag. Restore and about version 1.4. So presumably you can update the firmware via your USBs. Anyway, I like that interface. Let's just test a few components in and out of circuit. Okay, got a Raspberry Pi here. This is a diode. I'm not sure which way around it goes. No, it thinks it's a capacitor today. This is why auto's not always no, it doesn't like that at all. So we'll go into diode mode. Nope, doesn't like that diode at all. Yes, that is a diode. So if it's blowing, well, this thing's not going to do the business in circuit for a diode. Let's see if the meter can do it. There you go, 0.4 volts. So why is that not doing that diode in circuit? Do we have a fail already? Well, 1.3 the other way around, but geez, okay. That's the other thing. There is no indication, positive or negative. Just occurred to me. Which one's positive? I don't know. I'd make a guess and say the top one, but you just don't know. So, yeah, pretty sure I'm making contact on there. I'm being very forceful, but no, cannot do a diode in circuit. Bummer. First thing I tested. It's got a random LCR. It's the Global Specialties LCR 58 diode mode. Exactly the same as my meter. So why doesn't the Zotech? Yeah. Why doesn't the Zotech one work? Complete failure. Wow. Okay. Do we have enough diodes? Yeah. Okay. 0.5 volts. All right. So it does actually work when it's out of circuit, but it Huh? Well, okay, so it's bidirectional. Okay, so that is what's screwing this thing up, is that it works, look, 0.52 volts in both directions. I don't really like that. A, it doesn't work in circuit, and B, it's, no, I want to be able to tell the orientation of my diode with a positive or negative. This one here actually has positive and negative marked there and there. Can I look closer? Is there something? No, there's a square there, but there's nothing to tell me which one, and it's a bidirectional thing. So, no, I'm going to call fail on that. Okay, let's see if we can do this cap in circuit. Whoa, 40 mic, really? 6 mic, 8 mic. No, it's been fooled by in circuit multiple times, so all the stuff's charging up there. Okay, let's try something a bit less complicated here. Let's get this cap on the output of this random regulator here, and 7.3839 microfarads. Also at 1 kilohertz, 7 microfarads. So yeah, I mean, measuring in circuit like this is very often not accurate, but it can often give you a good indication. So that seems to work. Okay, we have a current sense resistor down here, so that'll be low value. Haven't actually read what it is yet. Or when you put sideways pressure on, those probes don't exactly line up. Hope you're seeing that. Yeah, they don't exactly line up, so you've got to put... I don't like that, whereas this one, I put side pressure on and they don't nearly go, like there's more force. There's more like lateral rigidity in there, I guess, for want of a better term. Anyway, let's go. That's very low value, 8.6 milliohms. And if we short it out, yeah, 0.7. Okay, because 10 milliohms would be a typical value. Oh, that one doesn't even do milliohms. Look at that. Oh, so it is, yeah. Streets ahead there, so it's good for low value resistors. Sure enough, that is a 10 milliohm resistor marked on there. So yeah, it's measuring small value shunt resistors. Nice. How does it do on the resistor standard here? 10K. Oh, look at that. Pretty close to bang on. Not bad at all. And I'm liking the resolution on it. It's pretty good. 1K, there you go. That's bang on. So that's really quite nice. How about my 10 nanofarad standard capacitor? Thank you very much. Arco, it's a Bobby Dazzler. No, I'm going to have to change mode. Well, let's put it on auto mode, actually. Let's see if it likes that. And that's all right. That's good enough for Australia. No worries. I'm sure that's like well within spec. So, yeah, excellent. 100 ohm resistor in circuit there. There you go. Let's measure another thing in circuit there. Come on. No, it doesn't like that. Is it not making contact? Wasn't making contact. Here you go, 510 ohms, is that correct? It is, 510 ohms, no wuckers. There you go, that's inside. It's all you expect, really. That's rather a large battery internally, like in terms of physical size, jammed in there. It's taken up most of the room, actually. And what is the chippy? Let's have a squeeze. Can't quite make that out on my camcorder screen, but I think that's going to show up there. I'll put up a data sheet. And there's the rest of the board for those playing along at home. There you go. Knock yourself out. Not going to do a reverse engineering of this. As I said, this is Mailbag, not a full review video, because that's actually, to do a proper LCR meter thing, you've got to do lots of a whole suite of different measurements and comparisons with other LCR meters, and really I have been collecting, and I've probably got at least half a dozen now. So yeah, please leave it in the comments down below if you really want that LCR meter shootout and come up with a suite of tests that, you know, I can put all of them through and come to a you know, a verdict, a winner perhaps. But you know, for the price on this thing, which is like, what, 40 bucks Aussie, you know, under 30 bucks Yankee, it's worth checking out, really. I'm not going to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I haven't done extensive review of this, but, you know, if you don't have one of these little Tweezer LCR meters, they're so cheap these days. There's just no excuse not to have one. Yes, some are going to be better than others, and some are going to be better in circuit than out of circuit, and some are going to do, you know, have higher resolution. I really like the low, here it goes. I really like the low resistance. Yeah, look at that. 0.1 milliohm, 100 microohm resolution on that sucker. So that's pretty good. Doesn't go up to 100 kilohertz, of course. You don't expect it to, but that looks like decent value. So, yeah, worth checking out. Need more extensive evaluation, though. I guess this comes from PTC Shop, and it's a ToughOn, and it doesn't actually have like the company name or whatever, because like a reshipper, often they'll send them. Maybe it's under the labels under this label where it comes from, and then they have like local reshippers here in Australia, and they reship them. So the only address you get is it comes from the local reshipper. So yeah, let's have a squeeze. Open here, but it's got tape on it, so it does have a pull tab, but ruined with the tape on top. Unbelievable. Anyway, look at that. There we go. Bobby Dazzler. All right, and we're in, and we have a pamphlet. We have that. We have a $100 wine voucher. Just what every non-drinker needs. It looks like ToughOn is the brand. It's a 65-watt power delivery brick. Nice. I'd like to do a teardown, but usually you can't sort of, like, these are like hermetically welded, not hermetically, but like, you know, they're welded shut. these things usually. So usually they're not very repairable and you can't really crack them open. So I don't know, we can, oh yeah, that's pretty sexy. Wow, okay. It's got a nice, oh, I was going to say, it's got a nice carry strap on it. It's not. Oh, look at that. It's a stick-up USB cable. That feels real, this feels really nice. Wow, I'm liking this. This says usually I only have 10,000 milliamp hour maximum packs. Usually I like even the small ones, like the 5,000 milliamp hour jobbies. But yeah, whoa, this one feels really nice. Let's have a quick check. Now this pack has a rated capacity of 20,000 milliamp hours, but as I've explained in another very quick video that I've done, which I'll link in if you haven't seen it, this is not how you rate battery capacity. So this is just marketing wankery. It's what's called input referred capacity. If you look down here, it's actually referring to a particular voltage, which is the internal battery voltage, 3.85s, and constant at that, right? So they've just multiplied those two figures to give a not quite precisely measured 77 watt hours here. But as I said, this is input referred, so it doesn't include the losses in the DC to DC converter. But hats off to them for at least giving us a rated capacity here, which is what you want. This is, and if it's got rated capacity, usually that is what's called output referred. So it refers to what's going into load, and that is the one that's useful for the consumer. You want to know how much it puts in load. You don't care how much loss is inside. That's irrelevant to you. But they hilariously rate that incorrectly. 11,000 amp hours? I don't think so. It should be 11,000 milliamp hours. And they spec that at 5 volts at 2 amps, so 10 watt output. So we will test this thing with a 10 watt output power. So I've got my electronic load over here, which I've set to 10 watts. We're actually outputting 5.2 volts here. I can't control that. It is what it is. So I won't use precisely 2 amps because then it'd be greater power. So we'll work off that nominal power, 10 watts. So it should give us a final amp hour capacity here. So we're looking for, in this particular case, 11 amp hours here. So let's see if we get it. And I'll include a screenshot here of what we got because the video goofed up. So it was 12.3 amp hours. So yeah, more than the 11. So more than the rated capacity here of 11 amp hours or 11,000 milliamp hour capacity. But of course, that's 63.1 watt hours output referred compared to the 77 watt hour input referred figure here. That gives us a DC to DC converter efficiency of around about 83%. All right, so let's do the exact same test again, but at 5 watts. So it'll take twice as long. We're 100%. So I'm going to leave that going and I'll get back to you. So hopefully it will improve on the 63 watt hours we got before. I tested it at home on the weekend at 10 watts and you saw that, and now this is the 5 watt result. It's lower, 61.8 watt hours. I'm very surprised that it's lower. I expected, you know, probably better efficiency and hence less losses at the lower power level. But yeah, but you know, you can do a full suite of characteristic curves for all different loads and stuff. But anyway, it's better that it's rated capacity, but they don't mention that 11,000 milliamp hour rated capacity anywhere in their marketing at all. It just happens to be on the label. So yeah, the bloody 20,000 milliamp hour rating, but all the manufacturers do it. If you know of one that doesn't, marketing having a wank with their milliamp hour capacity figures on their battery should be watt hours, but anyway, yeah, you got to compare battery packs right. Anyway, it does meet. Technically, it's labeled output capacity there, so that's all right. One thing I like is that this does switch on automatically like that. You just plug it in. You don't even have to switch it on at the top, and it automatically detects that something's plugged in and it switches on. No worries. Going to test the auto power off because these things will auto power off if they get a low load, and it's sometimes annoying if a pack switches off and you're powering a low load. So I'm powering 0.1 watts at the moment, only 20 milliamps, and it's staying up so far. So that's just the backlight on this thing switching off. So yeah, it looks like it works at 20 milliamps output at 5 volts and 0.1 watts. So that's not too bad.